Well, my ears finally popped, so that's something.
You're lucky you didn't break your neck. What is it with billionaires being superheroes?
So have you, picked a name yet?
I'm kind of partial to the Atom.
You married to that, or?
Your Atom suit. Quite the technological achievement, Mr. Palmer. I'm impressed.
And he is never impressed.
Well, thank you, but I can't quite seem to keep it up.
He means the suit.
Yeah, I'm in the suit.
Yeah, I can attest that everything else works just fine. There's nothing we need to fix in that area.
No, the sex is great.
God, there's two of them.
I know from Felicity that you have been very helpful with Barry in the Flash suit, and I was hoping to get another set of eyes on my problem.
Any friend of the Arrows is a friend.
Hell yes.
Guys, we kind of have a lot going on already. There's a meta-human killer that can control a whole swarm of bees.
Cool. I mean, awful.
I'm sure Caitlin and I will provide ample support, Barry.
And I will be happy to sit this one out.
Ray, why don't you stay here and work on your suit while Barry and I run to Jitters for some Java?
Sounds like a plan.
Coffee?
Sure.
Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. So just continuing my short Daredevil break with the new Flash trailer, and oh my god, there's two of them. So this is actually gonna be a really fun episode. This is episode 18, the Atom crossover. I've also got some updates about the Arrow Flash spin-off series. They debunk some of the rumors. So the big thing here is that the Atom is having trouble keeping it up. Ha ha ha, everybody laughed really hard. I guess that means that he and Felicity are still having sex. What he's really talking about is the repulsor tech that he uses, or whatever the propulsion system is. They haven't really explained what the inner workings of the suit are, only that it's made out of dwarf star alloy. The other thing that's going on here is that Barry Allen is teasing the Emily Kinney plot, like the miniature bees. They haven't specified as to whether or not she's controlling real bees or if she's controlling robot bees. In the last trailer video that I posted, she said, "I'm the queen of this hive." It doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be like a hive type episode. I'm really hoping that they align her character with that villain organization because they've all but confirmed that that's going to be where the villain's coming from in season 4 of Arrow. Stephen Amell has already said that Arrow season 4 is going to change the way they do the show. I think that's more from a story perspective. I think it would just allow them to do grander stories, like you would do with Convergence, for instance, where it like spills over a bunch of different comic books. I think what we'd really like to see is Gorilla Grodd do something really crazy and have it spill over onto Arrow too, because if stuff is going to go from Arrow to Flash, then stuff needs to go from the Flash to Arrow too. Grodd's not coming till later this season, so we'll find out like what's going on in that episode, because it'll probably inform what's going to happen with Grodd in season 2. Speaking of next season 2, they confirmed that the finales of Arrow and the Flash will lead up into what's going to be happening in the spin-off show, but the spin-off show, as far as we know right now, is going to work like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Agent Carter worked. Like the spin-off show will air whenever Arrow and the Flash go on break for the winter. The only other thing that they've really said about it is that all the online rumors, like the White Canary rumor, the rumor that it's going to be called the Atom, are all false. As of right now, they haven't picked a title yet, and they're still trying to cast a few characters. They said they know who their villain is, but I think they haven't cast them yet. I think they're still looking for the actor to play that. I did make a spin-off video where I list some of the villains that I hope that they do, but they haven't really given any indication as to where they're leaning. Only that they're not going to be stepping on the toes of the TNT Titan show or Gotham or any of the other existing shows on other networks like Supergirl. It sounds like what happened when they planned the spin-off is that the CW didn't want to pay for like a full 23 episode season, but they knew they wanted to do a team-up show. I know there's a lot of questions as to why they're only doing 13 episodes of it. There are a number of reasons for that. You know, one, it's easier to get actors, like you don't tie them up all season long. It's really hard to sign an actor to a new show when you force them to film like 180 days a year. So it makes it easier to get like really high caliber talent. And when you schedule it outside of the other shows, you make it easier for like the plots of like say Flash and Arrow to build up to some epic spin-off moment. Right now, the titles that I'd really like to see them pick include Brave and the Bold, Justice Society, or All Stars. They'll pick something that's appropriately catchy, but just because they have a good name doesn't mean that DC is going to let them use it. So it also has to be a name that Warner Brothers and DC will approve. We do know that the number of different names that they're considering changes depending on the characters that they're able to cast. So it sounds like they're trying to build towards like a Justice League or All-Stars type situation, but if they don't get all the characters they want, they might name it something like Brave and the Bold, which is a little more friendly for smaller team-ups. It's just that the Brave and the Bold comics usually involve like 2 characters together, 2 or 3 characters, and the spin-off sounds like it's going to be way more than that. There was a picture of Hawkgirl on the set of The Flash, so it probably had something to do with the spin-off. They said that she's not going to be in the Flash finale, but they were filming the Flash finale, and this picture here says, "Welcome to the set of The Flash," so they could have just like been filming off to the side, doing something different. It sounds awfully suspicious. What I think is going to happen is that they'll have a promo ready for the finale of The Flash and Arrow. So like whenever those episodes air, they'll air a promo for the spin-off show. So don't forget, next week both shows are back, The Flash episode 18 and Arrow episode 19. Game of Thrones is also premiering tomorrow, so be sure to catch up. I'll actually add a link to my catch-up video in the description below. Okay, so my next video is going to be the Daredevil episode 3 and 4 video. I might break it into like 3 episodes, so I might add episode 5 stuff into that just because they start introducing some new characters. So be sure to subscribe to get that. If you guys haven't been watching or you don't have Netflix, please find a way to watch Daredevil because it's amazing. In the meantime, while you guys wait for that, you can click here for all my Marvel videos, including some of the Daredevil stuff, and you can click here for more of my Flash videos. Thank you so much for watching. Everybody, let's high five. I'll see you in a little bit. Hopefully your marathon's going great.